these in the mail. These are our nylon 1/4 by 20 by 1.5 inch thumb screws with a knurled end. So this is what I've decided to use. Bought them on Fleabay. And now it calls for a 5/8 inch counter bore. So we've got our stuff all set up here. Use the laser. I'll try to see if you can see it one more time. I doubt if you can. But anyway, the laser works great for getting us. I had to lift it up this high, and the 3/4 inch, so that the laser could go over the top of the fence. So let's go ahead and cut these. I thought I would. I didn't have it turned on. Of course, you guys know you can just use a block of wood and a clamp to act as a stop if you don't have that. But that's what I like about my Shopsmith, for repeatability of these kind of actions, that I can cut these just one right after another. Okay. So, I think that's it. Oh, no, one more. And then we'll change out the bit, and we'll go through the same process to do the hole all the way through. Thanks for watching. Alright, so now we've got everything set up the same. I didn't change anything. So this should make this bit go right into the center of the hole. Perfect. Great. Now we just keep doing that 10 more times. Maybe go in just a little bit more on that one. I won't bore you with all this because, as you can see, it's just very repetitive. But it's nice to have it all set up. And of course, this won't go in yet because we have to tap it. So that's exactly what I was hoping for. So I'm going to go ahead and drill these all through. And I'll come back and we'll tap them. Alright. Got them all drilled out. Now we got to just tap it. So, just going to get this in. Try to make sure you go straight in with these. And then what the article says to do is, once these threads have been cut into the pieces, we'll squirt some CA glue in there, and then recut once we get the CA glue in. Alright. We're coming through on the bottom now. I won't bore you with this. But we have just enough there now. I'll go ahead and back this out. I'll just show you the first one here. It's not hard to do. It's like cutting threads in aluminum, except you don't have the little filings to deal with. Okay. Okay. I got a little piece down in there that I want to get out. Okay. Now we'll take our thumb screw, stick it in here. Smooth as pie. Almost. As we get farther down, it gets a little tighter. I want it a little tight though. I don't want this to loosen up. Okay. So a little bit of work on these and I'll come back. Hey you guys, well, my tap didn't quite make it all the way through the block. There's a little bit there, about 1/8 of an inch, 1/4 of an inch, no threads. So what I did is I took a 1/4 by 20 carriage bolt. That's all I had available. And we're just going to thread this in where the threads are already cut, which works out really well, and use it as a tap to cut the remaining threads in. It's a stainless steel carriage bolt, and because it's wood, you know, it's softer, so we get this all the way in, and now the threads are going all the way through. So I'm going to do that with all of these, just to get it threaded all the way through, and then we'll put the CA glue in there. I've got some extra thin CA glue that they call for it. I used it when I was making rings, or trying to make rings. They're hard. I got one more to do, so that'll be an upcoming show, but this is a super thin CA glue, so we'll use that when I'm all done to soak the threads with the CA glue, then come back in and cut them again so that they're kind of like a hardened thread. It's not like I'm going to be putting a lot of pressure on them, you know, I don't know, but I guess it's a good thing. Help keep them from wearing out really fast. It's not like the sled is going to be used that often. Hopefully not. I mean, there's not that many projects that I do that really require extra wide boards that I can't just make up with by joining them together. But I did want to make this project because there's some things that I haven't done that I have to do. I mean, I've not really ever dealt with having to thread wood before, but it works. It's kind of cool. Makes me now want to get, I want to cut some other bigger threads because I'd like to make some boxes with tops, threaded tops. I've seen that. I never tried that before. Okay, so now we're continuing on the sliders. The article now says to take these blocks. We've got them all counter drilled. And if you remember our little thing, so we just set them on to the sled. I took and I sliced 5 of these 3 inches wide, which is the same width as these guys right here. So now what we're supposed to do is take these and glue them down. Of course, I got to get the length right, so what I'm going to do is do each one at a time here, and get it cut to the right length, and then glue it down and make it so that it'll slide. So that's what we're doing next.